Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the new Icon Moments Ruud Gullit to review. We're taking a look at a card who is 6'3", high medium work rates, right-footed, 4-star skills with a 5-star weak foot. So with a card like this, guys, he's kind of like I would say like the attacking-oriented midfielder as much as possible. Or well-rounded player that can both push forward and come back. I see this card mainly being used in a 2 midfield setup, not necessarily in a 3. In a 3, I do feel like it's nice to have quick, agile players in every single position. To be honest, with the players that exist nowadays, having that in every position is very important. Like, I think even in the 2 midfield setup, it would be important too. But sometimes having that height and physical is also pretty helpful. So it just depends, right? In-game player traits. This card has speed dribbler, playmaker, as well as the power header traits in-game attributes. We're working with 96 acceleration with a 99 for sprint speed because we're not going to give him an engine chemistry style, because the fact that if you give him the engine chemistry style, he's only going to have 91 acceleration with a 94 for sprint speed, which honestly, for the meta of FIFA nowadays, I wouldn't necessarily recommend unless you're playing like super park the bus oriented tactics. Shooting on the card is in a fantastic area, so if he does get involved in those high medium work rated kind of situations, playing in that center mid role, he could potentially score some very good opportunities, especially since he has that 5-star weak foot. Base card stats for passing on the card also in a fantastic area in the low 90s position, which is really good. The main problem here that I see with this card is going to be in the 6'3" height, unique body type with 83 agility, 86 for balance, right? So that's the main things that we are going to take a look at in game and seeing whether or not it's going to be a nuisance on the card. Defensively, the card is in a pretty decent area, right? When you give him the shadow chemistry style, defensive awareness is improved significantly with really good defensive stats. And then for physical capabilities, he does have some pretty good base card stats for that as well. So with Ruud Gullit, guys, we're going to be playing both FUT champs and rivals. I have to kind of switch between the two because the fact that when you play FUT champs, people leave and stuff. And same thing with rivals, right? I have to actually give people goals for them to not leave. But yeah, we'll be using Ruud Gullit in a 4-1-2-2, playing as the center mid on get into the box for cross, cover center, but we're mostly going to be using the 4-3-2-1 just for me to try out something different. But this formation is not better than the 4-1-2-2 that I showed you guys recently, so it's probably not it's probably not a video I'll make or a formation I'll make a video on, because it's way too vulnerable in defense. And I don't know, for me personally, like no cam, no 2 strikers just doesn't really work that well. So yeah, but this will have him on cover center, and we'll just take it from there. So yeah, we'll see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. He's got a little bit of a sway on his dribbling, which really not that big of an issue, because I really think he's going to compensate in other areas of the card. Ooh, nice try, Gullit. Nice try. We'll take that finesse shot. Well done. Nice. Occupies a position with me overcommitting certain areas. I missed that? Oh, Chiesa. No way you missed that, my G. Okay. Well done, Gullit. Oh, the amount of settling that I had to do there was so dumb. I don't blame him for that. It's just a FIFA thing. Thank you, Gullit. Oh, my heart hurts when I can't do what I want to do. That pass was a little bit off there, not gonna lie. Right. Oh, empty net. My player doesn't want to register to it. Nice. Let's go, Gullit. Well done. Good commitment on the attack right there. Well done, well done. Nice chip shot. All weighted. And you're gonna leave? Rats, man. Ooh, more power on it. More power on it with Gullit. There we go. Good goal, boys. Good goal. Ooh, the little bit of the dribbling there is going to mess with him for sure. Ah, he's offside. He's going to leave too, right? Yeah. So I don't do reviews in the foot champs because people don't play full games. They don't play full games or they leave at 0-0. Now I have 2 games left, so I have to go do it in Rivals. Oh, that's a bad pass by me. He had the reach there, though. Oh, I never know. Sometimes you get lucky, because that's a lucky challenge by him. He doesn't know he's going to get the ball like that. Nice first time pass. Ball position for the interception there. Maybe I should have gone for the near post there instead. I think I deflected off of someone right there for the long range. Well done. Pass it down. I'm just trying out some of the shielding options there. Nice. Great long distance strike. Good stuff. Like that real quick. There we go. Oh, he actually wins that in the air. Nice. Ooh, tried on his weak foot there. Why not? See, so you could tell that when he's dribbling like under pressure and stuff, you could tell that his dribbling stats and his height and body type, they affect the card for sure. Nice. Let's go, Gullit. Oh, it was weird. I thought he was going to do something there, like, initially. Very important to win that. We're good. Go back. Sheesh. No block there. He did do an animation. I was just a little bit off there. Oh, if he's a little bit faster to get to that far post there, it'd been nice. Oh, off the line. Unlucky. Really? That's unlucky. Right at the end there, huh? He didn't do any animation there, but he still blocked it. No! Oh my goodness! Oh, I was trying to initially pass it to Ruud Gullit there. Oh, there's nothing I hate more than when I tackle properly and they get the ball back. What a garbage game, man. Garbage game. Thank you, Gullit. And I hit the crossbar there. Those 45s, man. Such a good pass, and I can't get a chip there. Oh. You hold it. Well done. I did so many like good challenges there and never got the balls. Like, okay, cool beans. Well done, well done. We'll take that. Thank you, Gullit. I switched to the 4-1-2-1-2 because I was trying out the 4-3-1-2 for a little bit, or for the 4-3-2-1. Didn't like it at all. Boom, 4-1-2-1-2 because of the cam and two strikers. Meta of the game, you know? That agility and balance that Gullit has, it's like, you would think like, yeah, he compensates in other areas, sure, but like there's so many players that compensate in more ways than just having like that physical, right? Yeah, figured. Switch to the 4-1-2-2, boom, right away. Already get the dubs. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Ruud Gullit moments SBC. So guys, in regards to how this card performs in game, we give him the shadow chemistry all because we want really high pace, we want really high defensive capabilities. Now, the card is still good. I'm not going to say that he's not good. I just think that for this point in the game, unless you are getting him for links, I feel like he's going to be way too expensive as an SBC at 2 million coins. The reason why I say this, right, is because the way that this card performs in game, I really feel like it's very important to have players that feel a little bit more agile. Like, even if they're taller players and more physical oriented, you can get a few guys that are a little bit cheaper than this, right? With Ruud Gullit on a shadow chemistry style, you're not improving the agility and balance of the card. Now, don't get me wrong, in the midfield position, it's not that big of a nuisance, but in tight situations, you guys know pressure tactics are very, very, you know, important to use in this game. And, you know, applying pressure is definitely a big thing that people use constantly. It completely breaks attacking AI. In his case, you know, you kind of need players that will compensate for that mechanic. For instance, when I'm using players like this Rafinha card or Verratti, they will compensate for that. Gullit, there's moments where it's going to be a little bit tough to use that dribbling on the card because you're not giving him that engine chemistry style, which, don't get me wrong, you could give him, but the pace is just not going to be in an ideal situation. Now, like I said, guys, the card is not bad by any means. I just think that he's very expensive for the end of the year with the types of midfielders that you can get in that squad instead. There's just so many cheaper options. Like, dude, even if I were to go with an on-the-market Paqueta card, right? Just this cam version, you can use someone like this who has high work rates, average body type, dribbling in the mid-90s area, right? Ruud Gullit is a card that, in my opinion, is fantastic to pull before, but in the game nowadays, there's just so many cheaper options that you can go with, because unless you're going with like Dutch links, or, you know, you want Ruud Gullit for your like past and present AC Milan squad or something like that, it's just not a card that I would personally complete as an SBC nowadays, unless I packed him. If I packed him, it'd be great. I would love to use him, but I just feel like there's so many midfielders that definitely fit the meta criteria a little bit better than Gullit nowadays. But generally speaking, without the fact that, you know, the SBC I think is too expensive for this point of the game, right? Do I think the card is good? I do. I think he's pretty good for what it is. Obviously, having that height and physical is definitely very helpful when it comes to defensive capabilities, going for that last second reach, going for headers in the air, right? Because obviously with him with the power header traits, definitely very helpful to work with. But like I said, even though this card is 2.8 million coins in the market, EA themselves made the card 2 million on an SBC, because I'm telling you guys, they definitely have a guy at the studios that works there that understands which gameplay cards they gotta bring out, because some of the icon moment cards at some point they just die out, you know. I wouldn't say that Rude Hullet dies out. He's definitely a card you can use for the entire majority of the year for sure, but it's just got to be significantly cheaper at this point in the game. 100%. Like 2 million coins is just, it's just way too up there, way too up there. Like it has to be significantly lower with the amount of midfielders you can get nowadays. So but it's still a good card. I enjoyed using him for what it was. I will say that it is definitely more of a card that I would use in probably like that CDM role, you know, playing next to a Patrick Vieira, playing next to, you know, playing like in a 4-4-2, playing as one of 2 midfielders. But even still, guys, a 2 midfield setup, like I'd still prefer to have someone that's more responsive, you know? Like for me, Rafinha's card, gameplay compensator, man. You guys know I'm big on gameplay compensator. So a card like this is fantastic to use in that center mid area, but also doesn't really have that physical or height like Ruud Gullit does playing in that midfield setup. But you guys know high workers pushing forward, coming back. It's pretty nice to work with, you know? So yeah, do the SBC at your own content if you want. It's really up to you. I just think the SBC is like really expensive for this point of the game for sure. But is the card good? Sure. You just have to work with that agility and balance with the height. If you don't want to work with that, it's just not going to be an SBC worth doing for you. For me, I'm gameplay commentator FC, so I kind of need the guys that can move, you know? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.